We'll start with Manchester United's 4-0 win over Real Sociedad. This match played in Turin. Bruno Fernandes with a couple goals. Marcus Rashford added one. Daniel James as well. Bravo, I'll start with you. This was supposed to be the standout tie of the round of 32. What happened? Manchester United dominant.
Well, they certainly were. But if you said to Real Sociedad, play in a manner that gives Manchester United every chance of winning the game, that's exactly what Real Sociedad did. They played with a high line, they played with a back four that was spread all across the field. They tried to press in midfield and they got played around. And every time a Manchester United player, and they got some pace up front, you have to say that, and they're good on the counter-attack, every time they made a run in behind, it looked as though they were going to get in. Rashford, right from the start of the game, got in a couple of times and should have done better. Bruno Fernandes, who was playing in the number 10 role, kept on running in between their defenders and getting 1v1 against the goalkeeper. James was doing exactly the same, Greenwood. So Real Sociedad just didn't play well at all. They were poor defensively, and Manchester United made the most of it.
Jules, we talked about this, I think it was on yesterday's show, Ale Moreno discussing the issues that Spanish teams are having in European competition. How do we explain it?
I think for me it's the lack of intensity that you find in La Liga this season. It's quite crazy to see Sevilla yesterday against Dortmund, Real Sociedad again tonight, and Barcelona of course on Tuesday night, where they didn't prepare those games well enough. Or I think more importantly and deeper, the issue is that I don't think the La Liga, the intensity in La Liga, which was never one of the great assets of that league anyway, I don't think it's been there this season, apart from maybe Atletico Madrid, and I'm really curious to see and can't wait to see the game against Chelsea, talking about intensity. But for me, that's where the problem was. And I agree with Robo. I don't understand how Real Sociedad thought that was a good idea to play that way against this United side where we all knew exactly where they were good at, and that's exactly what they did.
Frank, bit of a broken record, but the difference today in a lot of ways from Manchester United down to Bruno Fernandes. Those two goals really set the pace.
Yeah, he did what he had to do, and I'm very pleased that he shows to the world that, because people were wondering, under big games, he will show his talent, and he did today. If we can consider that was a big game, but overall, again, it's the same, always the same thing with everybody. Everybody's going to talk about Mbappe scoring 3 goals, Fernandes scoring 2 goals, and being both exceptional. But you have to underline again, for Manchester United, the two midfield players in the middle of the park, Fred and McTominay, and also Harry Maguire having a fantastic game. And without that, I'm not sure that Bruno Fernandes would have done the job. Like, without some other players for Paris Saint-Germain, Mbappe would have scored a hat-trick. We have to stop to think individuals in football now. We have to think collective, because football is a collective sport. Manchester United showed today that they were united, if I can say that, comparing to Real Sociedad, who didn't play together. That's the big difference. And when you play together, united, you make a difference.
United, your favorite, Shaka, to win the Europa League?
It's a long way to go. Still a lot of good teams in this competition. But right now, on the face of it, United certainly seem strongest, and that's despite some of their own stumblings in the league over recent weeks. But when they've been at their best, and we've seen, they're as good as anybody left in the competition.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.